Izzy Sanjay, and I'm back with another video. Hold on, get it right. Izzy Sanjay from Oracles of Sanjay, and I'm back with another video. So, I want to start this video with saying take what resonate and leave what don't, and that means if I say something that got something to do with you, but it don't, excuse me. I want to say take what resonate and leave what don't. That means if I say something that sticks to you and it don't got nothing to do with you, maybe it's sticking to you so you can use it to help somebody else. Each one teach one. You already know what's up. Listen. So me, I just woke up. I went to sleep. Well, I ain't just wake up technically. I woke up about maybe 2.5 hours ago. Cause I went to sleep at 9:30 last night, and it was nothing I could do about it. So I'm just scrolling. I'm on TikTok. I'm scrolling. Because I decided to get on TikTok today. Because if you get on TikTok, you can always get lost on TikTok. Because TikTok got a lot for you to learn. So first of all, I had heard something about TikTok being purchased by Meta, and that's why we are allowed back on TikTok, because the United States has um like they got their hand in it now. They got their hand in their bucket now, and they can decide what we eat. So when we first got back on TikTok, they was telling us like it's certain pages that you need to block. First of all, they don't even want us on Instagram and Facebook and shit like that no more, because well, it's the people of the other countries, and you can't be mad at them because they just regular citizens who was making fun of us until they had learned our true shortcomings. Okay, so they telling us we don't need to be on them other socials. Now I'm gonna keep the other socials because it's too much information out there, and I am a consumer. And that's another thing that I wanted to say. Like, I am a mix of a producer and a consumer. I cannot produce without consuming. I can produce without consuming, but it's not going to be things added, like it's not gonna be new things added. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to really say that. Like, I be just learning shit, bro. I have to consume. I have to consume. Like, excuse me. So basically, everything that I've been telling y'all in these last tarot readings was confirmed for me in the last hour on TikTok. Oh shit! That's why I wanted to go live on my computer, because I wanted to share the TikToks with y'all. Actually, I'll share them with y'all later. Also, but they teaching about all the stuff that I've been teaching y'all in Isanjay in the rabbit hole. Man, everybody is saying every fucking thing that I'm saying, and these people read more than I do, bro. Like me, I'm telling y'all, this is the reason why I come here and I do this job. I can't explain to you why I get the downloads that I do. I can't explain to you why I have the interest that I do, why I consume the things that I do. I cannot explain to you truly why I do not produce so much. I'm not just talking out my ass though. Like, I don't read the tarot to tell you about your ex. I genuinely do not give a fuck about your ex. Your ex don't care about you. And you know what? You don't care about your ex, because if you cared about your ex, you would have did everything that you had to do. You would have put your pride to the side to be with your ex. But with that moment that you had decided to put yourself first, that's when you decided to put your ex last. And that's why it's in the past. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Because why do you care? You get what I'm saying? They put you last. They put you last first. So who gives a fuck about that? I'll talk about that stuff sometimes, but I only talk about that stuff if it's beneficial to your mental health, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta dump, and then God will give me something that tells me that I'm supposed to be talking about feelings and shit. But feelings and shit, like, we spend all of our life in our feelings. You feel me? But we, as United States citizens, as often as I tell you, we don't spend no fucking time in facts. So therefore, I'm not coming here to tell you about your ex. I don't give a fuck about your karmic family. Almost every single chosen person got a karmic family. You get what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody in tarot land with a good fucking family. I'm just letting you know. Like, a lot of us, it's some of us who can be like me, who will lie to ourselves every once in a while, and then will go back and fuck with the family, because you realize how chosen you are, and the shit is dangerous to be out there, because if you realize how many people is fucking plants just to keep you distracted, then you start fucking with people. So it's like, you know, it's like the lesser evil when it comes to your family. But at the end of the day, we all suffer in the same way. Like, but what we don't know is how we suffer from, oh man. So I'm yesterday, was that yesterday or the day before yesterday, I'm reading y'all the Constitution. So I'm breaking down the Constitution. I'm reading the Constitution on the Tarot channel. The amendments. And the motherfucking president is signing shit so that he don't even gotta follow the Constitution. And you telling me I should be scared of it? Man, how the fuck you gonna tell me it's illegal for me to do something when I only power and motherfucking reach I got because of the shit that I know? Y'all give me basic shit. And I'm not mad about it because each one teach one, and that's why I always start like that. Each one teach one. You gonna pass on the information, but I'm not gonna say what I be saying, because every time that I say it the way that I say it, I get held back. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. I'm tired of knowing that the algorithm is being controlled and people being like shit is crazy, but everybody everywhere else knows it. Everybody else everywhere knows it. Is people getting banned for shit. When I told y'all that I told y'all I got fucking banned off TikTok back before even America had anything to do with TikTok. I got banned off TikTok for speaking on the death of Takeoff. They not only did they ban me off TikTok, they banned me off TikTok. They deleted my video and they saved my fucking video in my drafts or in my memories and then removed the sound and it wasn't even in my fucking phone no more. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. I am not. You can listen to me or you could not listen to me. That's up to you. Me personally, I still see it. I still see it in my future, me going to South America. I'm just letting you know what it is. Like, I still see me in South America. Because I just think it's such a foolish thing to do, to tell somebody that they free and then lock them in chains. You lock a person in chains, you put their feet in shackles. You put their feet in shackles and you put 3 meals in front of them. Because the shackles only let them go but so far. So you put 3 meals in front of them and you put all 3 meals at a different distance that they could all reach. And you make this person believe that they have a choice because you put 3 meals in front of them. That's a distance, and they get to choose whether they want to work hard or walk hard for a meal or do nothing for a meal. But they really can't go nowhere because you giving them motherfucking noodles in one spot, raviolis in the next, and the pizza in the last one. And I mean, they going to choose the pizza because the pizza is the freshest. What? You got them on shackles because if they took 30 more steps, is a motherfucking orange tree or some shit, is a motherfucking berry bush, and they can't have that because that's only for the slave owners. So they need to give you a game. They put a leash on their cats. Like, that's what you are to them. A cat with a leash on it. Niggas don't leash cats. People don't put a leash on a cat. And that's what you are to your government. A cat on a leash. A lot of attitude, a lot of power, your own intuition, your ability to do anything and everything. And that's what you are. You're a cat on a leash to your government. With fucking dog tendencies. And then they put that shit in there. They put it in the music. They teach the men to portray themselves. They teach everybody to portray themselves and shit like that. And now you think it's cute to be a dog. Bitch, you're loyal to a fault. A dog will not betray you until they done with you. A dog don't bite back until they know. A dog do not bite back until they know it's no other choice. Like, a dog will not immediately turn on you. They will not. Only way a dog start off bad is if you teach them wrong And then as you teach them wrong in the beginning, meaning having them lack discipline, and then you show them that you're scared of them, then a dog will misbehave their whole entire life. Other than that, you gaslight the dog is staying in position. And that's what y'all are to your government. I just want you to know that. That's what y'all are to your government. So the German government says that Trump is similar to Hitler. And I'm confused on whether that's a good or bad thing. Genuinely, because like is it I just personally, the only thing I can say is that I'm confident because his favor is not in a color. His favor is in character. You feel what I'm saying? So motherfucking Joe Biden tell the military to remember that they serve the Constitution. I don't think I care. Now, okay, so whatever, the reform of the police from Freddie Gray, because we have been talking about we talked about Freddie Gray in the episodes of Isanjay and the Rabbit Hole, and you need to catch up with Isanjay and the Rabbit Hole as soon as possible, because Isanjay and the Rabbit Hole is not tarot readings, they're study sessions, and that's why they're so long. And if you want, I ain't gonna lie, I do be saying that in myself, like God always tell me stuff in the beginning, like so people can save themselves before shit happens. So if you want to know how to avoid shit that's coming, you need to go back to Isanjay and the Rabbit Hole. Isanjay and the Rabbit Hole episode 1 study session. Isanjay and the Rabbit Hole episode 2 study session. And now tonight we're going to into Isanjay and the Rabbit Hole 3 episode 3 study session. Like what? So now the police not going to be clocked no more about the shit that they do to us. But I guess if I speak my mind, they flag me, so I got to speak in parables like the fuck I'm Jesus Christ, and I'm not. So all I'm going to say, since I didn't put a whole bunch of words between the last thing that I done said, is if they do it to you, do it to them. If the T is not being clocked, don't clock it. I still stand on what I said last night. If you got somebody that's loyal to you, be loyal to them. But I still stand on what I said in my Ladies Work Harder, Not Smarter video. Even a good man like an upper hand. Stop being so fucking pussy. Don't give nobody no upper hand on you. Because in these here United States of America, especially for a black man, do not let a black man take advantage of you. Why? Because a black man is already being taken advantage of. And until that black man learn how to stop being taken advantage of, don't suffer for him. Because a black man, a black person, anybody with talents or skills, you have the ability to not be a slave. And if a black man ever chooses to continue to stay a slave, do not work for him. Because he has talent, skills, shit. Like his ego was built off his capabilities, but his life isn't backed by his capabilities. Do not be walked on by a black man, because a black man is not to step on people. A black man is strong enough to lift people up. Don't be stupid. Don't be fucking stupid. And as a black man, you know what, since I'm single, I'm comfortable saying it, because I'm not in a rush to get in a relationship, because I know my desires, and I desire a man who knows his own power. And black men, y'all need to stop being so fucking stupid. Stop being so lazy. Y'all make more money than us easy. So it's no reason for men to keep on walking around and being intimidated by women. It's no reason. Because every time that I try to get a black man's job, they always tell me, I don't think you should do that. So stop being intimidated by focused women, or saying that a woman, first of all, they're emasculating y'all because they can keep on enslaving y'all. So as long as they keep y'all weak, you're never getting out of the United States. As long as you're always intimidated by a woman who pays attention to her emotions and needs to get away from foul treatment, as long as you're intimidated by that, you're going to continue to be somebody's bitch. Okay? You need to work harder. You need to pay attention to your feelings, black men. Y'all need to pay attention to y'all feelings. So you can realize that you're in rooms where you're being disrespected. So you can realize that you're in rooms where people are counting you out and downplaying you so you can become more. We are not going to respect you because we're not staying here with you to suck a white man dick. Come on now. Like it or don't. I did. So I don't know what you talk. Shit, I stand on mine. I did. I got that. Isanjay in the Rabbit Hole episode 1. I said that already. I voted Republican. The lady felt some type of way because it was a black woman looking at the paper. Ma'am, you're not going to tell me how to vote because you're a fucking slave. You're a slave. I go to work and I get promoted by telling my bosses how to do their job better. Y'all, we're not cut the same. We're not cut the same, and none of this shit is made up. I get promotions because I help my bosses do their job better. Hello? Yup, I did. I did vote Republican. Nobody's telling me what to do. And I eat like that. With the food. I eat like that. Yes, I did. As a black woman. What? Why would I vote as a Democrat as if I think I'm going to be poor for the rest of my life? I need somebody richer to tell me they going to give me some of their money. No, I'm just going to work harder. What the fuck? I'm going to realize when I'm in rooms that don't appreciate me, and I'm going to go to places where they're going to value my talents and my skills and I can grow. Are you serious? Black men? Feelings. Pay attention to your feelings. Pay attention to your feelings. And a lot, I don't know what it is. Lately, I've been talking a lot about the Pisces man. But that's another thing. So I said the Pisces is the ultimate player. The Pisces is the ultimate, like, finesser. But that's why you can't finesse the Pisces. You feel me? But if Pisces love you, they give you the whole fucking 10 of Pentacles. Why do a Pisces man have the whole fucking 10 of Pentacles? Because he pays attention to his feelings. He got the wife he wanted. He got the house he wanted. He got the car he wanted. He got the life he wanted. He got the money he wanted. He got the job he wanted. Even if that was, like, the Pisces man has everything because he's in touch with his emotions. Sevens. I just put up sevens. That's spiritual alignment. The Pisces man has everything that he wants because he pays attention to his feelings. Y'all know, so y'all say who else manages to have something that looks similar to a version of happiness that Pisces has? Virgo. Pisces opposite. The one who also pays attention to their feelings, but does not have as much as Pisces has, because the Virgo man is also systematically controlled. So he don't get to be happy. He just has money. He has money. Virgo man put his feelings to the side so that he can have resources. Pisces puts resources to the side so they can have feelings, and then they get the feelings and have more resources. Y'all need to stop being brainwashed by mainstream media. Y'all need to stop that. Cause they just making y'all stupid with the temperance in the reverse. Y'all don't have no patience because they won't show you, they won't put on your algorithm, they won't show you the black successful men that teach you how respect and discipline take you farther. They'll just make it go, they'll just only put on your algorithm a whole bunch of people, black men being disrespectful, disloyal, degrading themselves and other people. Oh yeah, and how many black men is keep on seeing gay men on their motherfucking timeline? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Y'all need to take them phones from y'all kids and go outside with them. Now, I'm somebody, it don't seem right for me to tell somebody to go outside. Why? Because I be in a house. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I can be in a house because I don't have any kids. And when I'm in a house, I'm reading books and I'm studying and shit like that. If you're going to be in a house, you need to read your child a book. But you need to take that phone because, like I said, it's too much gay shit on the internet, and it's other things on the internet. I understand that. No, we're not here to judge anybody. We're not judging anybody. If you're truly fucking homosexual, that's what it is. But at the end of the day, you don't be so caught up in money and all of this shit that the fuck you're passing your child an iPhone so they can watch two females kiss or two men fucking kiss on Disney Channel. What are you doing? Don't do that to don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to your kids. Because there's a lot of people, and y'all be mad at me because it's like I don't think like the system. I don't think like the system, but I'm just trying to help y'all. Because at the end of the day, like I said, women, you need to figure out how to create something for yourself so you can create a certain level of success outside of your home. You need to be home. You need to raise your children. And that's why you need to be with a man who cares about his family. Because if a man only care about himself so much that he want a woman to work, and he feel like the kids should be raised by daycare. So like I said, y'all all fucked up because y'all was raised somewhere else other than home, taken care of by someone else other than your parents. Because y'all don't want to work together, because y'all don't want to work. Who really walked this shit down to be that horrible to where men don't want women in the house and women don't want to be there? What are you talking about? You don't gotta want a woman in the house, and you don't gotta want to be in the house as a woman, but also don't have no kids. Don't have no kids though. Don't do that. Don't fuck up somebody else's life because you wanted to see how cute of a baby doll your genes could create. Cause how you gonna try to have a child the fuck and you don't even fight for what you believe in as an individual person? How you gonna have a child and you still be pillow talking? How you gonna have a child and you still be throwing rocks and hiding your hands? How you gonna have a child and you sneaky? Like, all that stuff is childish. All that stuff, sneaky, that's pussy. Throwing rocks and hiding your hands, that's pussy. All that stuff, like, but you gonna teach a child to be strong? Most of y'all who ain't gonna work on them things and you have a child, you just create a child so they can pick up your problems so that you can tell the child that you don't like them because of what you ain't even teach them. And then you and the child end up not getting along as they get older. You, as the person who chose not to grow, thought you was going to get good karma and change your life by having a child. And then the child grows past you. And then you receive your karma and you're mad because the child decides to do something like maybe growth or accountability or some of that type of shit. Now your child left you in the dust. You ain't even have to have a kid. You ain't had to have a kid. Wonder why you had to have a kid? Because you ain't had your life together. You want to know what I mean? Like, abortions was legal and you stayed and kept a baby so you could have somebody to talk to. And it wasn't even a baby that you wanted to talk to. You don't like talking to your kid. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? I hate that shit for y'all. And I don't care what nobody say. I hate that shit. I hate that shit for y'all. Y'all call me what you want. Say, oh, I'm too detached from people. Y'all morals is fucked up. I will never be a bitch friend who don't talk to her kids. I don't give a fuck. You don't got a friend in me, bitch. You don't. What the fuck you doing? You gonna bring somebody in the world to talk about you can't forget yourself. Yeah, you can't forget yourself, bitch, because if you forget yourself, then you're never gonna exist. But you wanna know what? You never knew yourself, ho. And then now you got this child, and you don't need nobody else. You don't need to keep on calling the people on the phone. You don't need to go keep on trying to find who gonna love you. You just push them out. You either push them out your twin, or you push them out your thing into a twin, and they came out, and you got somebody who loves you unconditionally. And you won't even pay that motherfucker no mind. So you can't put your child first. Like, it's nothing you can teach them. You do not love yourself. You don't negotiate your motherfucking self-respect. Dignity is not a negotiation. What? And then always people be having the nerve to dislike people who fucking different than them. Oh, you saying this is crazy. No, you're fucking crazy because of what you're not saying. People who are giving birth to children, these are babies, toddlers who come out of you. They're learning from you inside of you. They're inside of you learning from you, and then you give birth to them and expect them to know everything. You mad because they asking you too many questions. Who the fuck else they supposed to ask? Who they supposed to ask? And then you mad at your child for being a whore, but when they was young asking you questions, you wanted to know why they was asking so many questions. So they had to go ask somebody else, and somebody else gave them the wrong answers. Now you think you got rights to judge your child? Bury your fucking self alive. Seriously. I never fuck with that shit, and I don't care. God made me who I am, and that's another thing. So God made me who I am for a reason. God made me who I am for a reason. God gave me the struggles that I did for a reason so I could see shit so that I would never make the same mistakes. I do not fuck with that. I am an untended to child and my parents is haters. Period. Because I had to grow past them because I had to ask other people questions. I made those mistakes. I was that whore because I kept on asking questions and motherfuckers wanted to know why they kid wanted to keep on talking to them. I'm not going to stand for that and watch y'all do that to y'all kids. I'm not going to say you cool. I'm not going to be your friend. I'm not gonna make you feel good about yourself. You're shit at the bottom of my shoe. Shit at the bottom of my shoe. Shit at the bottom of my shoe. Shit at the bottom of my shoe for that. Having kids so y'all can have relationships, so y'all not lonely. All this and this and that. You taking more pictures of your kid than motherfucking time for him. A parent will literally, these days, these motherfucking parents will literally sit in their child face with a camera like this, record them while they talking, and then mute the video, won't even listen to what the fuck the kid said. And then ask them shit like, oh, where'd you get that from? You, when you told them to get out your face. Trifling asses. I hate that for y'all. I do, genuinely, from the bottom of my soul. I hate that shit for y'all. I hate that shit for y'all, and I hate it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. You can't change my mind, you can't change my heart, you can't change my soul. You can't change my mind, my heart, or my soul because they solid. You know how much I would love to see my jeans on somebody else? Like, you know how much I would love to have a person who I know loves me unconditionally and thinks the world of me. But I'ma see they flaws if I ain't worked on my own shit. Like, seeing my beauty on a person ain't worth seeing my ugly in a person. Because I can work on my ugly before I have a child. It ain't too late. It's herbs to keep your womb fresh and good. You don't gotta rush to have no fucking kids just so you can fit in with everybody fucking else. What? All the shit that people doing is to fit in with everybody else. Four of Swords. That's another thing motherfuckers got trending right now. That shit's scary. Y'all got friends, but y'all don't got a friend in yourself. I'm confused. Exactly. Knight of Cups. Manipulative, unreliable, fickle, moody, idle, sensual, and untruthful. That's who y'all are to the people who y'all bringing into the world. Because of the people who world you deciding to live in is treating you the same way you're treating your kids. They was mad at a girl for saying that she didn't want to have kids. He said, you was made to have kids. Yeah, her body is created to be able to produce if that's what she want to do. But at the end of the day, he said something, what about your legacy? What legacy? What legacy? What legacy? Like, you almost 30. You almost 30 still fucked up about your mom or your dad. Like, you can accept the truth about your mom or your dad, but you can't still be treating people bad because of your mom and dad. You feel what I'm saying? You can't feel like you can't express yourself because your mom or your dad and all this and that. You feel what I'm saying? Because the moment you do that, you scared to speak your mind. It's a lot of people like that too, that don't really speak their mind or express themselves to nobody and then call their child soft. Like, what? Bitch, who was supposed to teach them to be like that? My mom don't like my anger. Who the fuck was supposed to teach me to be calm? I had to teach that shit to myself. And now, when she be mad, like, and I'm real calm, she be pissy. Like, she don't like that. She be, when I say pissy, I mean dirt, salty, pissy. Like, oh well, You shouldn't have had a kid because you wanted somebody to love you. Motherfuckers be hurt about it. I'll beat you the fuck up. You cannot. It's no man who can abuse me because of what my family did to me. I will beat you the fuck up. I don't gotta win. I mean, at the end of the day, if you judge me because I said I beat up somebody that tried to use my traumas against me and you calling me toxic, you think I give a fuck what you got to say? You don't even analyze situations properly. You're just a slave to what people tell you. I don't give a fuck. Y'all gotta learn to see when y'all shortchanging yourself. What have we been talking about? We've been talking about Jim Crow laws. We've been talking about the Constitution. I've been teaching y'all about the motherfucking calendar. I've been teaching y'all everything. Like I said, and you know how long I've been teaching y'all the difference in a motherfucking United States dollar and a peso? A long time. A long time. I've been teaching y'all about the difference in the United States dollar and a peso since I still have wanted to be a United States citizen. So tonight when I come on Isandra in a Rabbit Hole, I'm going to be showing y'all all those videos. I'm going to show them to y'all. The best thing to do is express yourself. Even if people think that you crazy. You want to know why? Because if expressing yourself going to get you killed, at least people going to know who killed you. The people who you was expressing yourself about. It didn't. If you go crazy and you go conspiracy theory crazy, it don't hurt nobody. It hurts nobody but the people who you're accusing of things. And you don't see them killing nobody. The people who you accuse of shit, the government and shit like that, and cults and shit like that, they don't kill nobody unless they tell the truth. You ever seen somebody accuse I'm a tarot reader. And first of all, we at the end of this shit. It's like FBI agents saying the same shit as me. All types of shit. Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, and Teacher. So like I had already said, I suggest that y'all get y'all asses in y'all cars and start making independent money. They only want to take as much from you as they can before the system fails. So therefore, you need to be making as much non-taxable money as possible. You need to make as much non-taxable money as possible. Because in a few years, they're not going to be strong enough to take it from you. They're not going to be strong enough to take you to court and all this and all that. You are intelligent. I want y'all to just, surrender to your pain. I'm not saying, be a victim to it, but surrender. Because just to say this, for example, a black man being scared of the police, right? But it's real because black men die by the police. So, a black man being scared of the police. So, just say, per se, the government was overturned. They got all their weapons. First of all, we got a good amount of their fucking weapons. That's why they always come back and take them back from us. So, anyway, say, boom, you don't got no more of their weapons or whatever the case may be. If you hone in, this is the power of creation. This is the literal power of creation. I'm telling you, all of my successes is based off of my needs. Swear to God. I don't know if it's other people, because some people say they create success based off of other people's needs. My needs, other people's needs is the same. Everybody need what I be making because I make and I create necessities. So, therefore, you as a black man, you hear a black man, because Y'all is the black women who y'all are comparing yourself to, because black women are being strong and successful because of the risk that we're taking. But it's the risk that we're taking because of the emotions that we pay attention to. So a black woman realizing maybe she don't got enough money to provide clothes for herself, but she got enough money for a sewing class. You get what I'm saying? So then she go and she get the sewing class, and now she start a whole business and she's a clothing designer. You get what I'm saying? You need to pay attention, because if she didn't accept the fact that she felt like she couldn't provide for herself and her family, she wouldn't have ever created that. So therefore, a black man, you don't feel safe. They got all the weapons. Now you're figuring out how to create a fucking weapon. You're literally thinking about what it is that you need. You're not paying attention to what everybody else told you should be doing, what everybody else told you that you should have. You pay attention and you have a creation. And now as a black man, I talking about vote Republican. I did. You ain't telling me what to do with my $5. Fuck is you talk about? Fuck is you talking about? And y'all need to start investing in stocks properly. Especially if you're going to get some taxes this year, you need to start investing in stocks properly. We need to watch that man video, and I don't know if y'all algorithm the same as mine. I always just assume that everybody algorithm the same as mine. I just always assume it. I don't know. I know you had to have seen it like once. But the man talking about the stocks that you need to invest in to be able to replace your 9 to 5, shit like that. Like, cause stocks, and cryptocurrency and all that type of shit really do add up. But I suggest you get the fuck out of the United States, is all I'm saying. Because, okay, so right now Canada is thinking about taking our power because of some shit that Trump is doing. So I'm like, boom, because cryptocurrency is taking over. Now, that is true. But at the same time, the reason that I don't put too much of my power or my energy into cryptocurrency is because power and electricity. And if we don't have any power or electricity, how do you spend your currency and where does it go? You get what I'm saying? So that's why I always put importance on resources. And that's, again, why I always tell y'all the difference in the United States dollar and the peso, or the difference in the United States dollar and such, or how much more valuable your United States dollar is in another country. Because what you need is copper, silver, gold, diamonds, aluminum, iron. That's what you need. Resources. Because once paper money loses its value and it's a small amount of access to electricity, you need to have resources. When you don't have no resources, you need to have knowledge. In order to be a successful producer, you have to be a purposeful consumer. A purposeful consumer. Know why you're doing what you're doing before you're doing it. Okay, and I knew I had to talk about this in that video, and it came up in this video, but it came up to me twice while I was talking and I forgot to say it. So last night I had my first meeting with God. Last night I had my first meeting with God. It was my first time ever in my life seeing God in person. It was in a dream. Because I had a question. And I was told to come back and tell. I feel like he took a comfortable face for me. But the comfortable face that he took on was a black man. Curly hair, not long, like curly, kinky, larger black man is what he took on the face of. Because I had a question. And the way that I had, like, in the middle of the dream, I had a question. And I was standing with somebody else, and too many hours went by for me to remember everything, like, exactly. But I remembering that I encountered God, because it was like a dream in a dream. It was like a dream in a dream on a technical note, because I was in the dream, but I just asked God a question. And when I asked God a question, like just how I asked God questions here, like, God, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's exactly how I got beamed up, because of the way that I asked the question. Like, the way that I asked the question was like, it was kind of aggressive. And it wasn't aggressive on a technical note, but like I was cussing when I was asking questions. So he had beat me up. He beat me up, and the person that I was with. And I mean, I was just talking to him because the person that I was with was kind of like, but and God was kind of surprised that I was talking to him like that, which is crazy because, like, you know me. But yeah, so he's like, why you? I'm like, my bad. I was really fucked up. I'm trying to figure out what that is. So me and God, we had a little bit of time, and I was just instructed to come back and tell y'all that I had encountered God. That's all it was. And it was my first time, and even throughout my sleep, I just kept on thinking about how I encountered God. So therefore, hopefully I remember what we talked about, but I don't. I don't. Just know that sometimes if you're really fucked up, I think that is really why they say, like, go to God no matter what, especially when you're in pain, because there's no amount of pain that you can go through, or anything that you can go through that like God can't save you from, and no problem is too big. Because it's like, I was so fucked up, and I'm talking to God with these cuss words, and I'm really feeling fucked up, and he laughing at me. You know what I mean? Like, kind of in the way that in real life my dad kind of laugh at me when my mom do fucked up shit. Like, ain't none of this shit cute. What you mean you used to this? I'm not used to this. Why would you sit there and give her a baby like that? If I said that to my dad, that's what he would do. He would laugh at me. Exactly. Mirror in the reverse. Who or what is triggering you? Yourself. Especially if you're a black man. I don't care if you get mad at me. Right now, I don't care. Because maybe if I trigger you enough, I don't give a fuck if you be with me. If you give another black woman the life that she deserves, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I just want you to ball up. Ball up. Pay attention to your feelings. I'm so sick of that with men. You think your feelings make you weak. But why, if your feelings make you weak, why is it possible for women to intimidate you? You can only be intimidated by something that is greater than or stronger than you. Bigger than you. What made her stronger? Strength is a feeling. Every black man that lacks success at a certain period is because he ignores his feelings. He want to be strong in the eyes of society, so he's weak. Because he don't realize that society and the rules of society is created by somebody or a group of people who need you to be weak. Women too. All that sit down and shut up shit. Sit down and shut up is a setup for women, and yelling and screaming is a setup for women. Like, all you gotta do is talk. Men are obsessed with holes, even their own. Therefore, a hole does make you hierarchy. I don't give a fuck who said what, who tried to teach you different. Men are obedient for holes. That's why he say, well, what makes a woman so da 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 da? He say that because he can go get a hole from a man. But due to the fact that he worships holes, bitch, he gonna worship holes all the way up until he gets to the man who also worships the holes of a woman. Then, when he gets to the man who worships the hole of a woman, he's just going to follow that man and worship a woman. So you don't have to like overly shut up to get your way, and you don't have to scream, yell, cry, or cuss. You can cry because that's your feelings. You feel what I'm saying, but you don't Their ever unfolding roles cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Yup. They said it's an epidemic of lonely men. Good. Y'all don't know how to treat women. Too many men get in relationships or situations with women that actually don't even want to be with somebody, don't want to share their life with somebody, just so they can have somebody to share their life with them. Women don't want to be used no more. Oh, fucking well. I voted Republican. I say how I spend my energy. As long as I'm the breadwinner in my life, nobody not telling me what to do. And when I am no longer the biggest breadwinner in my life, I'm still going to be a breadwinner. And you're going to have to watch how you talk to me. Because I'm not going for that. Anybody who disagree with me, you're going to just continue to live in the United States for the rest of your life. I don't care about what you're talking about. You're a slave. You're a slave and you like it. You want to be, you're too okay with being emasculated as a man. You won't even, like, you want to keep kissing up to and looking up to niggas who took and was raping your great-great-grandfather and your great-great-uncles and shit like that. Literally stole them away from your family. Not only was they raping your great-great-aunts and your great-great-grandmothers, no. But they was putting dick in your great-great-grandfathers and your great-great-uncles. Emasculating them, and that's who you looking up to. And then the men who do try, women don't appreciate the sacrifices of them men. Because there's also men who was taking dick to set y'all free. Yeah. Talk about when they were setting slaves free. Every slave didn't get set free just because it was legal. It was illegal to have a slave. Some people had to sell themselves out. Think about how many black men gave up their body just so their family could get set free. And that's why men have the habit of selling their body for shit now. Oh, yeah, because men are bigger prostitutes than women. Definitely. And men are the ones who tell women what deals to take. Talk about it. Talk about it. If you're a woman ever getting walked over by a black man, you're a fool. And that's from this day forward, because everybody make mistakes. But you never let a black man walk over you. Never. I don't give a fuck. You don't let a black man walk over you, because any black man who do not respect a black woman is getting walked all over. Why are you getting bullied by somebody who is getting bullied? Just throw him back to the wolves. He gonna be he gonna get in his place real fast. Throw that nigga back to the wolves. I don't know who need to hear that. Throw that nigga back to the wolves. I just don't care. Like I said, it's no reason for a man to be intimidated by a woman if he's physically stronger than her. And he can do more than her, but he just won't. Because he chasing around men while women is chasing money. And then be mad because women chasing money. And then, because men who got it don't be mad at women for wanting it. It's always the men who don't got it that be mad at women for wanting it. But you want her to want you while she was wanting money and she was busy and she was working. You get what I'm saying? While you was chasing niggas, she was chasing money. So she intimidates you because she got more money than you, because her and her friends is chasing money while you and your friends is playing Ring Around the Rosie. Make sure you enter or watch my episode of Isanja in the Rabbit Hole tonight. It's going to be Isanja in the Rabbit Hole episode 3, study session. We getting deeper into it, because this shit is stupid, bro. Technically, The only reason that I get some sort of happiness or success of any type in the United States is because my ancestors was here before Columbus. Like, full blood Native American, my great grandfather. So this land belongs to me. But that's just like if I do the work to be with a man, and I put all this work into a man, and none of that shit look like the work that I did, and he allowed himself to be dibbed and dabbed in and abused. You get what I'm saying? Give him back to the streets, just like I'm gonna do with the United States. And I mean, maybe the man cleans himself up, and maybe you take him back later, or maybe he die and you just keep a T-shirt. And that's how I feel about these here United States. Cause I feel like I've been fighting for a long time. You know what I mean? And it's the fact that y'all don't want to fight because y'all want to fight each other, because y'all letting them make y'all fight each other, is what's sad. Man. Bye, y'all. For real. For real. Raise your damn kids. Raise your fucking kids. Stop planning a life for your child at the babysitter's house. Stop planning a life for your child at granny's house. Stop planning a life for your child at auntie's house. On mommies, like mentally, I shit on my parents. They had made a child with the plans of not really raising it. They had too many plans of other people watching their child. I am their worst nightmare. Because I had no choice. I was either going to be a worst nightmare or a sacrifice. Stop making decisions like that. You know how much fucking karma my parents got for not raising their kid? Stop doing that to yourself. If you don't have no kids, if you don't have no kids right now, don't have none until you get in alignment with yourself. Because when you're in alignment with yourself, you're going to get in alignment with someone else who y'all can raise your children healthily. Even if, say, you want to be a single person and you want to have children with your fucking best friend because they also like being single and both of y'all want kids, and y'all decide to do that and y'all healthily raise y'all children. Like, make healthy fucking decisions. Stop making decisions based off codependency and thinking that it's going to be successful. Stop doing stuff, especially having children, for what they can do for you. If you decide to have a child, have it be for what you can do for them. If the list of what you can do for them is not as long as what they can do for you, you're a fucking loser. You're a loser. You're a loser if you still decide to push forward with that shit. For real. For real. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So yesterday I was just thinking to myself, like, bro, the downfalls that I had in life with no guidance, for real, is the same downfalls that other people have with loving, supporting families. Or let's say they told you they loved you and you had somebody to talk to every day. So it really made me start wondering, like, is it even really, like, was y'all parents even really necessary if we was all just gonna make the same mistakes? Like, was they even really that important? Did I really miss out on anything? If people with parents is making the same exact mistakes as me, people with support is more fucked up than me. If I could do it all again, every time I was offered to be with my parents, I would say no. Nope. No. And I probably would have left the nest that I'm in a lot faster. Fuck it. I'd have jumped straight in it. I'd have jumped in the water because I'd have been crazier. And if I was crazier, or if I was more for risk taking, more rebellious, that's the only thing that I would have done. Like I would have left home when I was like 15 or 16. I would have just thugged it out. Cause I always been a hustler, always had money, always had it. I was just being programmed and allowing myself to be that. Cause I wanted to know that I could count on somebody. I wanted to know somebody loved me. Type shit lame as hell. If you gotta question if the people who you love you, then they don't. Love is something that is shown and proved with actions. If it ain't shown and proved to you with actions, then it ain't. Just straight up, y'all. Now, I love y'all to pieces, and that's why I'm here to teach you this shit. So every time I call you a dumbass, you gotta understand that I am an older sibling to 9. I really don't have it in me to... I'm an older sibling to 9. Because the same parents who had me with the intentions for me to know everything just because of the genes that they passed down did the exact same thing to my siblings. So don't ask me to give you like cushioned information. I don't have that to give to you. Because just like my siblings, I see that in y'all. Like, I can teach you something, but you're still going to go back to the parent who teaching you the wrong thing. And the parent's going to give it to you in a manipulative way that makes it seem more fancy to you, so that you can do what they say, even though it's self-destructive. So I'm going to tell you being stupid as fuck. Now, after you realize that you're being stupid as fuck, then I will apologize for how I talk to you, because I hear you. Like, you can process information now. Like, truth. You can process the truth now. But, what the fuck? Y'all niggas need to stand up. For real. Stand up. Stand up. Because everybody always clocking somebody else. People be clocking people teeth way too much to be slaves. Like, way too much to be slaves. Way too much. Seriously.